Alright everyone, welcome back to the Wilderness Off-Road channel. Now today I'm doing a little bit of a recording instead of the camera audio. The audio in the video was junk, so don't mind the audio. I do not have a professional mic either, so it's just going to be the way it is. But today I'm going to be showing you just a little bit about the GFC Superlite that I've recently put on my Outback. And so far I've been really loving it, and hopefully you guys can maybe find one on the market or even wait for a new version, which there are rumors of. But I'm just going to show you how I mounted the tent on my ADF crossbars here. These crossbars so far have been really great. I did have to get them to mount the tent. Technically the width of the ADF bars are just a little wider than the stock bars, and the stock bars also curve, so would have made it a lot more difficult to mount the tent. So I really like these ADF bars because they're super low profile, as you can see here. Yakima, Thule, they like increase the height like up to here, and that's just not where I wanted to start my tent at. So having these low crossbars really help the I guess my design of how I want to build my Outback and just the function. So I really like those. Now mounting my awning here, you can see I went back to using the regular L brackets that come with it. Now with these crossbars, there's lots of holes, a lot of mounting areas. So Overland engineer and I were able to mount these L brackets just by using regular screws and bolts, or nuts and bolts, and it worked out just fine. And I can still get the zipper back behind the awning. So the light here, I was able to use some welded brackets here that came with the tent from Blackhillsbuilds, and it turned out to be just a perfect fit for the last fit light bar there. And I just zip tied it along the track there, and then it comes down into a KC wire hider. These wire hiders are really nice. They work well for me, and I think pretty much everyone else. I've had no complaints really. So it comes down right into my aux beam switch, which I also have a video on as well. Now coming to look at the tent here, it's probably roughly about 5 inches here. I do have the GFC mattress in there. So if it was not in there, it would go down even lower. With the style of this tent, it's hard top and hard bottom, but the sides are all soft, so it can expand and kind of squish down as needed. So that's one really nice part. I can still fit in garages. So here, right here in the center, there's a zipper, goes down all the way that side, and another zipper that goes down on the passenger side there. So before opening, let's look at these straps here. There are 2 straps on the sides and the back. The front has 4. They simply just loop in and you crank them down. I do not undo the front ones when opening the tent. There's really no need to. So let's unzip this and open the hatch. So this is it unzipped. Now when you put this on like an Outback, you want to make sure your hatch is not going to hit it. So let's open it. And when doing this, I would just leave your hatch open, put your tent up, and just adjust it about perfectly. So with the tent open, you can kind of tell, I mean, the tent's starting to come out here, but it does not touch, so it works perfect. All right, let's set this up. Here it is, the GFC Superlite, all set up on the Subaru Outback. I think it looks really great, and does not take long at all to set up. After the first few times, you get your method, and it's really quick. So here's the ladder. The ladder is your generic expandable ladder, and if I flip it over here, you can kind of see there's 2 tabs on the back that you would push in, and the steps would start to collapse down. I would just throw this in the vehicle. If you didn't have the mattress in there, you could maybe put this inside the tent as well, but it seems to work out decently well. Alright, so one thing I don't really like about this ladder setup is that you have to kind of lean it on the tent here, as you can see. So try to just get it below the zipper there, and I leave it there. I'll use a bungee, kind of strap it to my ADF crossbars, but it just leans there. I wish I had the mount to pull it out here, but I don't. Maybe I'll figure that out, build it with Overland Engineer. I'm sure he'd have great ideas. Now here too, you can see I am, I have the distance between my car here while I'm on the driveway. But sometimes in different camp spots, it's pretty close or pretty much on the car. I just try to, be careful. I'll put a rag there and keep me from scratching up the car too much. All right, coming up into the tent here. The poles are kind of a trekking pole style. You can see the lock there in the center. These poles, you just pull them out and, lock it into place. So what I like to do is do what I can from the outside, and then I'll get in there and press my back against the ceiling and just get it really nice and tight. Now we do have some pouches here. We have 2 mesh pockets and 2 white pockets. These white pockets kind of act as diffusers, so you can put your phone in there, a headlight or something, and just kind of diffuse the light, kind of make your own little lantern for the tent. The back of the tent, is a wedge, so mostly you'll probably have your feet down there. This is the GFC mattress. It's pretty comfortable. It's also foam as well, so you get that foam, advantage, and then you can fill it up with air as well, either on the left side or right side. There's 2 inlets, so it's pretty comfortable. I do like to add my own on top as well, but it seems to work. So coming to the screens here, all the doors and screens have the little loop locks there, or tie downs, so just unloop it and roll it down. This is a very tough screen. You can just tell when you're feeling it. It's worked out great, kept out tons of bugs for me, and so far it's been perfect. The zippers are very high quality, easy to pull on. One thing you want to just keep in mind on a rooftop tent, you want to have all fabric tabs there, ropes, whatever. Otherwise they'll be clinking and dinking all night if it's windy. But yeah, nice and taut. Up there is the door, and this fabric is just also very, very high quality. I'll show you here. You can see it's not that really, really lightweight, backpacker style fabric. This stuff is many levels up. As you can tell, it's kind of has this honeycomb style. It's kind of like a ripstop honeycomb, so this will keep your tent from tearing. It'll stop at each, stitch of the honeycomb. And I went through some crazy, crazy storms in South Dakota. Video coming on that soon, but it was impressive. Now these loops, there are some aftermarket poles you can get, or third party, that hold these loops out. I may look into getting some of those. I wish they came with them, but they didn't, and that's all right. Here there are little standouts though to get air into the tent, so you just simply Velcro this little stand out to the door, and then you can bring the zippers down, and it kind of holds just a little air pocket or a little air window, so you can hopefully get a little fresh air in there. It works okay. I wish the stand was a bit better, but that's all right. So it'd be nice to get those third-party poles to really pull it out. I have tied some paracord and just staked out the doors. Looks like it was flying, but it worked for me. Alright guys, so the GFC Superlite is all packed up again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different. I don't do voiceovers very often. Maybe if you guys like this style of video, maybe I will do voiceover bits and pieces here and there. But if you guys have any questions about this GFC Superlite, please leave them down in the comment section. I try to get to everything. But thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, please smash that thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe. It's free and it would help me out a ton. So thanks for watching. Sorry for the delay of videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.